Very good morning to all of you. This is mathematics class of grade 8 and this is my lecture number 9 of chapter number 14 factorization. In this lecture I will be discussing assignment of this same chapter. Let us see now assignment questions. At the end of this lecture, I will be discussing the homework solutions of previous lecture, and now let us see assignment questions. Question number 1 is factorize. I am showing you the parts which we have to factorize in this question number 1. This is first part, second part. These are the parts, and this is question number 2. We need to divide. These are the 3 parts. So in total this assignment has 2 questions. In the first question we need to factorize, and in the second question we need to divide. So coming to assignment solutions, let us discuss the solutions of the questions. Question number 1 is p square minus 17p minus 38. So dear children, in this question we cannot use first, second or third identity because we are not having perfect squares. So we are left with last identity. It means we are supposed to use last identity, in which we need to split the middle term such that the sum of those two integers will be equal to minus 17, which is the coefficient of p, and product of those two numbers should be equal to minus 38. So let us see the steps now. 38 is the number, so it means what are those two numbers which if I multiply will give me minus 38, and if I will add them then I need to get minus 17. So minus 19 plus 2 are the two numbers which if I multiply I will be getting minus 38. If I add them I will be getting minus 17. That is minus 19 into 2 you will be getting minus 38. Minus 19 plus 2 you will be getting minus 17. So we have split minus 17, which is the coefficient of p here, into 2 parts such that algebraic sum of these 2 parts is minus 17 and their product is minus 38. So now after this step we need to take p common of these two, and then the grouping of 2p and minus 38 will be done. So let us see now. So we have taken p common out of p square and minus 19p. So it will be p bracket p minus 19. What is the common factor of 2 and 38? That is 2. So I have written 2 outside. What will be left inside the bracket? P minus 19. So p minus 19 and p plus 2 are the two factors of this first part. So p minus 19 and p plus 2 are the two factors of first part. Coming to second part, that is 3x minus 24. This is a very simple question. You need to take the common factor of 3 and 24. What is the common factor of 3 and 24? It is 3. What will be left inside the bracket? X minus 8. So 3 bracket x minus 8 is your answer of the second part. Now coming to third part, that is x square by 9 minus y square by 25. Dear children, x square by 9 can be written as x by 3 square minus y square by 25 can be written as y over 5 square whole square. This bracket indicates that I am squaring x as well as 3. It means if I am writing x over 3 like this in the bracket whole square, it means I am squaring x, that is x square. I am squaring also 3, that is 9. This is similar to what is given to us in the question. Same is the case with y over 5. If I am doing y over 5 square, what I will be getting? Y square over 25, which is given to us in the question. So we have written x square by 9 as x over 3 square minus y square over 25 has been written as y over 5 whole square. Now, dear children, can you relate this with third identity, that is a square minus b square, which is equal to a plus b, a minus b. What is a here? A is x over 3. What is b? B is y over 5. So we are using third identity. A square minus b square is equal to a plus b, a minus b. So this is our answer. That is x over 3 plus y over 5. X over 3 minus y over 5, where a is x over 3, b is y over 5. Now, let us see the solution of fourth part. The fourth part is a square minus 16a minus 80. Again, in this part 4, we are supposed to use splitting the middle term method. That is, we need to split. What is the coefficient of the variable a? That is minus 16. It means we need to split minus 16 into two parts such that algebraic sum of these two parts is minus 16 and their product should be minus 80. So what are those two factors? The factors are minus 20 and plus 4. That means if I multiply minus 20 and 4, I will be getting minus 80. And if I add them, I will be getting minus 16 as the answer. Now, this is a here. That is minus 20a plus 4a minus 80. So now, I have taken the common factor of a square and 20a, that is a. What will be left inside the bracket? A minus 20 plus the common factor of 4 and 80 is 4. What will be left inside the bracket? A minus 20. So, what is the answer? A minus 20, a plus 4 are the two factors. That is a minus 20, a plus 4. These are the two factors of this fourth part. Now, let us see fifth part solution. That is x raised to the power 4 minus 256. So, let us see how to solve this. This x raised to the power 4, can I write like this? X square square minus 256 can be written as 16 square. So, now you are supposed to relate it to identity number 3, that is a square minus b square. What is a here? That is x square. What is b here? That is 16. So you are supposed to apply identity number 3. What I have done initially, what is this step? X raised to the power 4 has been written as x square square minus 256 has been written as 16 square. Now here a is x square, b is 16. So I need to apply identity number 3 in this. So what is it equal to? A plus b, a minus b. Now further, dear children, if you observe this x square minus 16, this 16 can be written as 4 square. Now again after this step, we need to apply identity number 3. So it is not mandatory that in one question you will be applying the identities one time. You need to, sometimes it may be possible that you need to apply identity 2 times. So likewise we will be doing now. So it is x square plus 16 I have written as it is. X square minus 16 I can write like this, x square minus 4 square. Now this is of the expression a square minus b square, which is equal to this side of identity is with us. We need to now write down this side, that is a plus b, a minus b. A here is x, b here is 4. So your answer is x square plus 16, x plus 4, x minus 4. This is these are the factors of the given question. Now, Second question is we need to divide. First part is 15y plus 3 y square minus 16. We need to divide it by 5y square minus y minus 12. Now, dear children, I will be simultaneously factorizing the dividend and the divisor. I will be simultaneously factorizing these two. Okay, let us see now. This is what it is given to us in the question. This is what it is given to us in the question. Now, I am first factorizing y square minus 16. 15 can be written as 15. I will be talking about 15 later on. Let us discuss about y square minus 16. Now, this is of the form y square. 16 can be written as 4 square. So, it is of the form y square minus 4 square is of the form third identity. This side of the identity is with us, and now we are supposed to write down like this: a plus b, a minus b. So 15 till now I have written like this. I will be factorizing it in the next step. Y plus 3 I have written. Now y square minus 16 I have factorized it using third identity. So I have written a square minus b square is equal to a plus b, a minus b. What is my a here? Y. What is my b here? 4. So a plus b, a minus b. Now talking about 5 y square minus y minus 12. Now dear children, in this part that is 5, in this expression 5 y square minus y minus 12, we need to apply identity number 4, where we need to split. Here what is the coefficient of y? That is minus 1. And so we need to find two parts, or we need to split this minus 1 into two parts such that their algebraic sum is minus 1 and their product should be equal to minus 12. This is what? So 4 minus 4 into 3 you will be getting minus 12. Minus 4 plus 3 you will be getting minus 1. So we have done like this: 5 bracket y square minus 4y plus 3y minus 12. This is what I have used, splitting the middle term. Now I am doing the factors of 15, that is 5 into 3, y plus 3, y plus 4, y minus 4. This is what I have already solved. Now talking about this, it will be 5 y square minus 4y. What can I take common out of these two? Y can be taken common. In the bracket what will be left? Y minus 4. Now what is the common factor of 3 and 12? That is 3. What will be left inside the bracket? Y minus 4. So now I have written like this: 5 into 3 bracket y plus 3, y plus 4, y minus 4. It is to be divided by 5 y minus 4, y plus 3. We have solved the dividend as well as the divisor, and now we need to cancel out the common factor. That is, y plus 3 will get cancelled out with this y plus 3. Y minus 4 will get cancelled out with this y minus 4. 5 will get cancelled out with this 5. So we are left with now 3 and y plus 4. So your answer is 3 bracket y plus 4. Now coming to solution of second part. Here this is what we need to divide by x minus 11. This is the expression we need to divide it by x bracket x minus 11. Dear children, if you analyze this, you will not be able to use any of the identities because we do not have squares, and along with the last term, that is minus 132, we have x, that is variable is also with us. So if you analyze this, you will find that after taking x common from this expression, you will be able to factorize this. So what I have done, I have taken x common. What will be left inside the bracket? It will be x square plus x minus 132, and we need to divide it by x bracket x minus 11. So here again in this we are supposed to use splitting the middle term method. That is, we need to split. What is the coefficient of x? This is 1. We need to split 1 into two parts such that algebraic sum of those two parts is 1 and their product is minus 132. So what are those two numbers? Let us see now. So those two numbers are 12 minus 11. If I will subtract them, I will be getting 1 as the answer, which is the coefficient of the variable x, and if I multiply them, I will be getting minus 132 as my answer. So I have written x square plus 12x minus 11x minus 132. Now what is the common factor of x square and 12x? That is x I have taken out. What will be left inside the bracket? X plus 12 minus 11 I have taken out. So this is the common factor of 11 and 132. So minus 11 I have written outside. What will be left inside the bracket? X plus 12. Here why I have written plus? Because I need minus sign. This minus sign will change the sign of this plus and I will be finally getting minus 132. So, and this is what we have factorized. Now we are having x plus 12, x minus 11 as the factors of the given expression. We need to divide it by x bracket x minus 11. Now x minus 11 will get cancelled out. X will get cancelled out with this and we are left with x plus 12. So your answer for this question is x plus 12. So what we have done, you have taken x common and then we have used splitting the middle term method to factorize the given expression, and then after taking the common factor out and after cancelling out, we will be able to get our final answer. Now this is the solution of third part. So we need to divide this 5p square minus 25p plus 20 divided by p minus 1. Here initially we have done the questions of splitting the middle term where the coefficient of this variable, that is p square, here it is p square, we have seen that it may be a square, x square, it used to be always 1, but here it is 5. So we need to split this minus 25 into two parts such that algebraic sum of these two parts is minus 25 and their product should be 5 into 20, that is 100. So what I have done, I have multiplied this 5, which is the coefficient of p square, with 20. Now that should be my product, because here in this question the coefficient of p square is not 1. If it is 1, then you are supposed to find the product which is equal to the last term. If it is not 1, then you are supposed to multiply this coefficient of p square, here as it is p square, multiply the coefficient of this term with the last term, and that should be your product, like I have done in this case. So your product should be 100, and after adding you need to get minus 25. So what are those two numbers? Minus 20 and minus 5. These are the numbers which I will add them. I will be getting minus 25, and if I will take their product, I will be getting 100 as the answer. So 5p square minus 20p minus 5p plus 20, we need to divide it by p minus 1. Now what is the common factor of 5 and 20? This is one group and this is another group. What is the common factor of 5 and 20? 5. Out of p square and p, I can take p common, so I have written outside. What will be left inside the bracket? P minus 4 minus, what is the common factor of 5 and 20 again? It is 5. What will be left inside the bracket? P minus 4, and we need to divide it by p minus 1. So p minus 4, 5p minus 5, these are the factors, and we need to divide it by p minus 1. Now again we need to write the factors into irreducible factor form. That is, so we have to take the factor 5 common also. Again we need to take 5 as common factor. 5p minus p, 5. So we have taken 5 common. What will be left inside the bracket? P minus 1. Now this P minus 1 will get cancelled out with this P minus 1, and you are left with 5 P minus 4. So this will be your answer. Now homework, coming to the homework from NCERT. Dear children, those who have not completed exercise 14.4, they need to complete it first. Otherwise, you are supposed to complete this assignment. This is assignment of chapter 14 which I have discussed. Okay. And you are supposed to prepare this chapter for the test, and it will be conducted on Tuesday. So by the time you are supposed to complete the assignment of this chapter and exercise 14.4 if you have not completed, and prepare this chapter for the test. Now let us talk about homework solutions from NCERT exercise 14.4. Question number 11 is find and correct the errors in the statement. This is the question. Dear children, as I discussed it earlier also, y minus 3 whole square, if it is whole square, we need to apply identity number 2 here in this case. So this is not the way we are supposed to take the square of this term. We need to apply identity number 2 here, where a is y and b is 3. So a minus b whole square identity we will be applying on left hand side, and we will find out that this is not equal to y square minus 9. So let us see now. Y minus 3 whole square is equal to y square minus 2y into 3 plus b 3 square, that is a square, minus 2ab plus b square. A is y and b is 3. So what is it equal to now? Y square minus 6y plus 9. So this using this identity number 2, we have solved this, and now this is not equal, left hand side is not equal to right hand side. The correct statement is y minus 3 whole square is equal to y square minus 6y plus 9. Now let us see question number 12. We need to multiply these two binomials, and we know the rule that every term of this expression, that is 2a, is to be multiplied completely by a minus b, and this 3b is to be multiplied by complete a minus b. So let us see now whether it is equal to this side or not. Left hand side I am taking. This is what I told you. You are supposed to multiply this 2a by a minus b. So I have written, first of all I am multiplying it by a and then b likewise. 2a into a minus 2a into b, plus this 3b is to be multiplied by a minus b. So 3b into a minus 3b into b. Now 2a into a will give you 2a square minus 2ab plus 3ab or ba, it is one and the same thing, minus 3b square. Now if you find this, or if you see this properly, you will find that these two are like terms. So we can solve like terms. So it will be 2a square plus ab minus 3b square, and which is not equal to right hand side. So the correct expression is this one. So left hand side is not equal to right hand side. The correct statement is this one which we have solved, that is 2a plus 3b bracket a minus b is equal to 2a square plus ab minus 3b square. Let us talk about question number 16. Question number 16 is, we need to divide first 3x square by 3x square and find out whether the answer is 0 or not. Let us solve the left hand side. We are supposed to write the factors of 3x square, that will be 3 into x into x. Again we need to divide it by 3x square, so factors I have written 3 into x into x. So all these this x will get cancelled out with this x will get cancelled out with this x, this 3 will get cancelled out with this 3. So what you will be getting? Only 1, not 0. So left hand side is not equal to right hand side. The correct statement is, when it is divided by the same number, you will be getting answer as 1 and not 0. Let us talk about question number 18. Question number 18 is, 3x is to be divided by 3x plus 2, and according to this question it should be 1 over 2. Now left hand side is 3x over 3x plus 2. This 3x is to be divided by 3x plus 2 as a whole unit. This is an expression. So this we cannot break this expression. Okay, so this 3x is to be divided as a whole by 3x plus 2. So the answer will remain the same. That is 3x divided by 3x plus 2. This expression will remain as it is. We cannot cancel anything out of this, and we cannot break this 3x and 2, which is the divisor according to this question. So your answer will be 3x over 3x plus 2 and not 1 over 2. Now question number 20 is, there is a difference between question number 20 and question number 19. In the previous question, that is question number 18, we have the expression as a divisor. Now in this question number 20, we need to divide this 4x plus 5 by a monomial, that is 4x. So we need to divide every term of the expression which is present, that is 4x plus 5 by 4x. That is why we can break it now. Both these terms are to be divided by 4x. So we have done like this. 4x is to be divided by 4x plus 5 over 4x. 4x, when it is divided by 4x, it will get cancelled out. So you will be getting 1 plus 5 over 4x. So it will be 1 plus 5 over 4x as the answer, not 5 as it is given to us in the question. So left hand side is not equal to right hand side. The correct statement is 4x plus 5 divided by 4x is equal to 1 plus 5 over 4x. So dear children, prepare well for the test. It will be conducted on Tuesday, and you are supposed to complete till chapter 14 till exercise 14.4. I hope you must have done that. And assignment solutions you are supposed to do in your homework notebook. Thank you so much.